Hey, Kevin here, Skylabs. Man, the internet was on fire last week. If you missed it, mobile fidelity, wow. I don't know if they could have burned more bridges than they did. So if you're unfamiliar with it or you want to get my take on it, stick around. I'll give you my thoughts and holy cow, crazy. So I haven't been following this story for a long time, maybe like some other people have. I came into it last week when Mike from the In Groove posted up a video saying, asking a question if MoFi recordings if they had a digital chain in the link when they do their mastering. And a couple days later, he put out another video where he was interviewing the mastering engineers at Mobile Fidelity, which was really cool. And at that point, they kind of came clean and said, "Yep, since 2010, there have been times when we have used a digital or DSD process when we're doing the masters." And that video gets really in depth on why and how and all that. It's a really great video. So Mike in the In Groove, go check those videos out if you want to really get the deep dive into the situation. So there's a couple different groups of people that are really pissed off, and I think the main one is the consumer, the people that purchase a lot of MoFi products, and the reason they're mad is because they feel like the verbiage on the product represented an all analog product, and now they're finding out that there was a digital link in the chain. So for that, I can definitely understand that. That'd be like, buying an organic food product for years and then finding out that, it's full of all kinds of crap you don't want. And the reason you bought that product, maybe even at a little bit of a premium, was because of the quality or the process in which, that food was processed. So as far as, them mislabeling or using words to be vague on the process, that's not cool. And they definitely did that on purpose. There's, you can tell. And some people have broken down the different, they'll go into the record jackets and they'll show you how they worded this and how they worded that. So there's a plethora of videos on YouTube right now. You almost can't even get on YouTube without seeing something about MoFi. And I'm just adding to the pile. So the other group of people that are, and in my opinion, this is where MoFi really screwed up, is they pissed off the audio reviewers, the guys that have been writing for Stereophile magazine, really, pumping up the one steps and the mobile fidelity releases, and helping them sell them as a premium audio product all these years. A lot of these guys, and one in particular, I won't mention his name, it doesn't matter anyway, but he had made claims that he could hear digital. If there was a digital link in the chain, he could hear it. And so he's really kind of got to backtrack quite a bit, because it kind of makes him look silly that, he was essentially giving high praise to some of these original master recordings, thinking they were all analog, and kind of snubbing other records because they had a digital link in the chain. So that's not the people you want to upset. And then they went even one step further and twisted the dagger, in my opinion, on the audio reviewers, and gave the interview to Mike, who is, he owns a record store in Arizona, and he's got a YouTube channel with a ton of followers. However, they gave the interviewer to him, or the interview to him, and not to an industry reviewer that helps them sell product. And there's a couple different, some people think they did that because they knew Mike might not ask the hardball questions. He doesn't do that for a living. I thought he did a fine job, but yeah, he didn't push him very hard, and whatever, it doesn't matter. In a way, though, it might have been MoFi's way of hoping to dodge some of the harder questions that maybe a professional, interviewer or journalist would have asked. So I don't know. Obviously, there's people just speculating out there on what happened and why they made the decisions they did, but MoFi is really kind of in a hot seat right now. And some of my thoughts on it, I've never bought a brand new Mobile Fidelity record. I've picked some up used along the way. So I'm not a consumer. I don't have a lot of skin in the game when it comes to their products. However, I am definitely not an analog purist. And I think a lot of people, when they hear the word digital, they think of MP3 and, or they think of the old, crappy MP3s from early digital. And I don't think a lot of people have realized how far this has come. They're putting a DSD link in the chain. That is not in the same ballpark at all. It makes CDs. It'd be kind of like going from 4K to 720p, as 4K being the DSD file and 720 being a CD. I mean, this is a resolution way beyond CD. And in my opinion, this is my opinion, it doesn't bother me at all. And then you have to also think, what's best for the masters. Every time these masters get pulled out and put on a tape machine, and the emulsions going across those tape heads, it's just like a cassette tape. It's degrading. So you have to think about that too. Having a really good digital copy as your source, if it sounds really good, then what's the problem? So that's my opinion. The other thing is, if you are looking to pick up some original MoFi masters, you might be able to get them pretty dang cheap here in the next couple of weeks, because I got a feeling a lot of people are going to be selling their collections because they are that pissed off. I think this is bigger than some people are making this out to be, because a lot of analog purists that have been swearing by these pressings, the one-step pressings and the mobile fidelity presses, that these are the superior, the best sounding versions of these records that have ever been made. And they said that not knowing that there was a digital link in the chain. So, it's going to be really hard for them to backtrack on that. Hopefully they accept that a DSD or a master recording at that resolution is not the end of the world. And maybe just digital becomes more acceptable. Maybe some people realize that we're far beyond the first gen iPods and MP3s downloading on Napster. I mean, that those days are over. So I don't think this is gonna end, the vinyl rush, but I do think there are some analog purists out there that are gonna be really quiet for a while. I don't know. That's my take on it. It'll be interesting to see how this plays out. Are you going to change? Are you going to keep on purchasing MoFi products? Does this piss you off? Do you care? Um, I don't know. Leave your comments and thoughts. And we'll watch the rest of it play out, I guess, because it's definitely going to be an interesting. It's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. So. All right, guys. I doubt we'll have another exciting week like that for a long time, but well, enjoy it. Thanks.